evening and welcome to the September 2016 edition of Curriculum Connection. I'm Medford's Curriculum Director, Laura Lundy. Tonight we will focus on the fourth R in education, teaching responsibility through personalization. Medford schools, along with other districts around the nation, are working to increase student responsibility by creating a personalized learning environment. Personalized learning is founded on giving kids more voice and choice in how and when they learn best. Throughout the Medford district, students have returned to their buildings to find new learning spaces. These spaces are called maker spaces at the elementary buildings, the learning commons at the middle school, and flexible learning spaces at the high school. And although they have different names, they have a similar purpose: to give students more choices so that they can take more ownership over their learning. The Medford High School saw the biggest makeover as it replaced its computer labs with new flexible learning rooms. Students now have the option to work in a collaborative, peer tutoring, socialization, or quiet space. MASH Principal Jill Liebert says the first change students saw was where they would report for study hall this year.
The only time they're assigned to a classroom is if they're unguided, and guided students are based on 3-week progress reports, and so if they're getting any F's or D's in any classes, then they are assigned to guided for 3 weeks until they get those grades up. But if you're not in guided, then you have the choice to make. So any of those spaces, and students can freely choose on that day where they want to go. And so they might go to the collab, they key in, they're working together. If they decide they need to print, they key out of the collab, and then go to the library, key in there, print or do what they need to do, then key out and choose a different space.
Students appear to be enjoying the flexibility.
But this year, you actually go to the space that you want to go to, like with your friends or alone, and you don't just go to one place or stay in the room you are, and it's really nice.
High school interventionist Gina Lang says that when kids have more control over where they want to study, they can practice making choices in a structured environment.
It's supervised control. Out in college or tech school or wherever they're at, nobody's really supervising them.
One of the new spaces is the Loft, a quiet place for students to read, listen to music, or to study. Another new space that replaced the writing and math lab is the Workshop or Peer Tutoring Center.
We are in the workshop, and it's used for peer tutoring, so like helping underclassmen would get their math and homework done, or have them ask us questions, because we've already taken the classes and can really help them with it.
One of the most popular new spaces is the CoLab, where students can work together.
You can do a lot of stuff with other students and get help with homework. Like I use Mr. Borkhardt a lot and the tutors to help with math.
Yeah. You can talk and hear and discuss. The other ones are more quiet.
The guided space, which is an area for students who aren't doing so well academically, they're struggling with these choices, and we have staff in there to help them improve their grades to get back on track. There's also the studio space, which is probably our most intensive area for remediation for students who are truly struggling, and they're with Mrs. Ling and Mrs. Nagowski, and they work with them.
The last two spaces have always been available, but have gotten a makeover.
We also have the library, which has always been a space for students to learn. There's some soft, comfortable seating in there also for them to work quietly, collaboratively if they need to. And there's a stand, which is more of a relaxation space. Been there in previous years also, but we've kind of revamped it and rejuvenated it, if you will, giving kids some more things to do.
Although it's still early in the year, both students and staff appear to be enjoying the new flexible learning spaces.
Done with them. I think the kids like the furniture. So far I've seen very respectful students and using them appropriately, and I'm really proud of our students and how they've adjusted to the new change. So.
Yeah, I definitely think that the new spaces are really positive for all the students.
I think it's awesome that we can actually have a say in where we go during study hall and not just be pushed one way or the other.
Yeah, I think it's really nice too. I found that I have more resources this year for help with homework and stuff, and having Mr. Borkhardt in this classroom is really nice, and other students.
Even though the spaces look different at each level, the idea is the same. Each space has its own purpose. Students are encouraged to select the space that they need, and if students make poor choices, staff will guide them in the right direction. By giving kids more voice and choice in their learning, students practice making their own decisions, and it is only through practice that they become more responsible adults. For Curriculum Connection, I'm Laura Lundy.